This is a big game for South Alabama. They can set a program record with a win, which would be their seventh of the year. How big of a win would that be for the Jaguars?
Well, first of all, huge. This is also their second bowl game in 3 years under Coach Joey Jones. So another thing that's really big for South Alabama. Remember, South Alabama recruiting, so they're doing really well, and they're competing with the likes of SEC schools like Auburn, like Alabama. I mean, they have a Coach Joey Jones told me they have a dynamic player. Their corner, actually, Jalen Thompson, who competed. He was actually offered scholarships to both Auburn and Alabama and a couple SEC schools, and he picked South Alabama. So they're in a really hot recruiting bed there. And I think a win in a bowl game and being in two bowl games in 3 years, as I mentioned, only helps them. So I know a lot riding for Coach Joey Jones because there's a lot of eyeballs on him in the South.
All right, Shae, I know you've done the research, the homework, and you got to meet the teams yesterday. Who is the one player that everyone should be watching out for?
I think Gerald Everett out of South Alabama, guys. This is a guy that's going to be drafted, and Coach Joey Jones has told me that a couple of times now. He's a dynamic tight end for them. He can really do it all. He can block, he can run, he can catch. He's got speed. So I think I would keep an eye on Gerald Everett, the tight end for South Alabama. We don't know a lot about the South Alabama team besides the fact that they knocked off Mississippi State and they knocked off San Diego State. So two very high-profile teams, and this is a guy that can step up in those big games. We're going to see it here in the postseason, and he can really put up some big numbers. So keep an eye on Gerald Everett, the tight end for South Alabama.